Now, if you're a nature buff, you can't miss our next stop. We'll go from Spaniards to spelunking at the Natural Bridge Caverns, located just outside of San Antonio in the Texas Hill Country. Spelunking is the practice or hobby of exploring caves. Let's find out more.
My name is Travis Wiest, and my title is Vice President, Natural Bridge Caverns. Right now we're standing in the sinkhole at Natural Bridge Caverns. The Natural Bridge is behind me here, and this is obviously the natural landmark where we get our name. This was believed to be a large uppermost room in the cave system, but due to erosion, the ceiling did collapse, leaving behind our Natural Bridge landmark.
The main portion of the cave was discovered in 1960 by 4 college students from St. Mary's University in San Antonio. Now that's something to write home to Mom and Dad about.
They were just amateur cave explorers. They had heard about the Natural Bridge. There's a small portion of the cave that's been known about by family and local ranchers and farmers and people in the area since probably the early 1900s. But the extensive portion of the cave wasn't discovered until these 4 college kids found over 2 miles of never-before-seen cave passage on that date.
The 140-million-year-old limestone that surrounds the caverns was originally a bedrock foundation at the bottom of a shallow sea, and because of the ever-shifting plates beneath the earth, cracks and fractures were formed.
Over time, this area of Texas was uplifted, and what was once part of the shallow sea bottom is now uplifted and high and dry. And as those cracks were formed, then water from the surface began to work its way through the cracks in the limestone, forming cavities or passageways. And then over time, cracks and passageways would collapse together into large rooms, and a giant cave system was formed.
The mapped-out portion of the Natural Bridge Caverns that we know about today is about 2.5 miles in length.
It's the largest cave in the state of Texas by volume. The largest room is bigger than a football field in size. It's over 100 feet from floor to ceiling and over 350 feet long.
Visitors will find that there's a lot of natural beauty and diversity to be seen inside of the caverns.
When you're inside the cavern, and guests will see daily water dripping inside the cave, forming the actual cave formations, or the speleothems, or cave formations we call them. From the tiniest and most delicate stuff to gigantic, huge crystalline formations that are found inside Natural Bridge Caverns. Lots of water and pools of water can be found.
The sinkhole site where the Natural Bridge is located is believed to have been occupied by Native Americans as far back as 9,000 years ago.
So this is a very significant site for archaeological reasons and is listed in the National Register of Historic Places. The caverns is also a natural landmark and a state historical site. The land here has been in my family for over 5 generations, over 125 years. But it wasn't until 1960 that the family actually opened the business as an attraction, and we began to develop this as a nature tourism attraction.